Hello, welcome to the Citrus Garden. If you're new here, my name is Christina. If you're not new here, hi, welcome back. It's great to see you. This is a reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or if you have any other significant Taurus placements, there may be a message in here for you. So Taurus, to get started, I'm getting this message about the solar plexus and the throat chakra, and together those are coming in as being like something that you need to say, Taurus, or something that you want to express, but I feel like maybe there's a bit of nervousness or hesitation or unsureness about something, about like what it is that you need to say. I feel like there may also be attachments in your present that may be affecting your future, and I feel like the attachments in the present are coming through as being like, they could be like attachments that you are trying to move away from, is how that was coming through, however that resonates for you, but that may still be holding on to you in some way. I also feel like there may be a tower moment that's associated with that. Like, okay, so you may want to watch the last Taurus reading, which I will link above. It was called something like significant transformation within a connection or something like that. So you may want to watch that one, because it does feel kind of like there's some truth or clarity that's coming in about a certain situation that perhaps feels a bit like a tower moment, but one that provides like a lot of clarity about something that's been going on, Taurus, for you. Like, that's how it's coming through. And I feel like from that clarity is coming like a clear action that you need to take, but I feel like the action is something that is perhaps a bit difficult, or will require courage. And there may also be like something about that, like about the courage aspect, is that there may be people who don't like the decision that you're making or the action that you need to take, or who are against it or want you to do something else. 1 second. Okay, Taurus, let's get started with your reading. I'm going to pull some cards for you. Okay, Taurus. There's a song coming through called You Don't Know Me. It's like the jazz classic You Don't Know Me. I don't know if that's your energy or if that's somebody else in your situation, Taurus, where it's like maybe, because if it is you, it's kind of feeling like there's somebody that you feel doesn't know your true feelings, like that kind of thing. So maybe that is something that you need to express, but there's hesitation, right? Like, it's that kind of energy. So I don't know if it's if it is you, it's like coming through as being like this person doesn't know how you feel in whatever way that is. It doesn't have to be romantic. They don't know how you feel. And maybe you're hesitating about letting them know how you feel. Perhaps there's a fear of rejection happening there. Okay, so anyways, I'm gonna pull cards, Taurus. The Father card almost came out, but it didn't. Yeah, okay. The Eros card and Kairos, which is very interesting. Those two cards coming out together. And you have the comic at the bottom of the deck, which is very interesting, this eye. The Eros card talks about passion. Love as desire, eroticism, and sensuality. Though Eros can be depicted as unbridled sexuality and eroticism, a more contemplative understanding of this archetypal energy leads us to the root of desire itself. What do we long for? Why are we awakened by love? What makes us hesitate in the face of intimacy? Yeah, there is that energy of hesitation here. Eros reconnects us to the primal longing to merge with another human being, nature, music, art, plants, food, or anything that we perceive we are separate from. Eros allows us to momentarily unite. Our heart embraces otherness, and in doing so, we further understand our own. Our life force awakens. This card reveals an inevitable initiation into love's labyrinth. You may find yourself swirling in a new territory of desire and sensuality. Explore the labyrinth with a curious and honest heart. And remember, though the way is circuitous, you are always being led towards its center. Yeah, there is hesitation in the face of this Eros energy. So, okay, because of course Taurus rules over the senses, right? Like there's something very sensual about this. It could be related to sexuality, though it doesn't have to be. With the Kairos, but it's feeling kind of like that. With the Kairos card, you have mythic time and synchronicity. We've all had the experience of timelessness, of life beyond the ticking of the clock. It may be felt as time standing still, slow motion, or losing track of time on a walk or in a lovely conversation. This is known as mythic time, and it is the territory of Kairos. The card suggests there is a secondary time continuum that goes beyond any earthly clocks and schedules. Within this non-linear realm, we access divine timing. A single moment ripens with auspiciousness, and our actions change the trajectory of our whole life. Time becomes a living thing that watches over us and tells us precisely when to speak or act. When this card appears, it is all about patience and precision. No clock can guide you. Wait for the rush of inner knowing and not a moment longer. Okay, Taurus, that's very interesting. It's coming through as being like you are about to unite with another in whatever way that is. It doesn't have to be romantic. You're about to unite with something other than yourself in a very sort of like sensual or perhaps even pleasurable kind of way with the Venus energy that's coming through. And it's almost like this is the moment like right before that happens, and it's coming through as being like it's feeling like divine timing. It does feel also kind of like in previous part, like it feels like something that's like right person, right time, right? Like, you know how they say that right person, right time in terms of romantic relationships. Again, it doesn't have to be romantic for you in whatever way this resonates for you, but it does feel like right place, right time, right person, right thing, right moment for whatever it is that this message is talking about for you. And I feel like there is something here where it's like you are uniting with something that's other than yourself in a way that brings about pleasure. But I feel like with the comic card, there is something here of like a hesitation in the face of intimacy is what's coming through there, because so the comic card's not necessarily a bad thing, but because of the eyes here, like this one here looks very real and colorful. This one looks almost like a mask. So it's kind of coming through as being like maybe there's something here where it's quite serious. It's quite serious, or like that you want to take it seriously, or there's something like that, but there may be sort of this tendency to make light of something that feels heavy. Like that's how it's coming through. That's not a bad thing. But I do feel like I feel like that's part of the hesitation. It's like it's almost coming through as like the urge or desire to make a joke out of something that's serious in order to lighten perhaps something that feels heavy, or something that feels very serious. That might be part of the hesitation that's coming through, because it feels like whatever this is feels like a very like intimate moment. Again, it doesn't have to be sexual or romantic, but it does feel like intimacy where it's like you and another connect and really see each other. Like that's how it's coming through. I feel like you have something to say, Taurus. I think that this is feeling like with the song "You Don't Know Me." It's almost like you've had feelings for someone and they don't know it. Like whatever that is for you. Again, metaphor. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could just be like like if it's in a friend situation, like this person doesn't know that you admire whatever, something about them. Like it's coming through like that. Or if it's like work related, I don't know, whatever it is. It does feel like, though, it, like, in speaking this, because with this, especially with this, right, with the mouth, the throat chakra, and Taurus rules over the neck as well, I feel like there's something that you have to say. It really is coming through like that. And I feel like it's a long time coming as well. Like, it feels like something that's been kept secret for a long time. That's how it's coming through, especially because it's turned into a diamond, right? Like I feel like there's something here where it's maybe the pressure of keeping something secret has culminated to this point that feels like divine timing, right? That's how it's coming through. Like I feel like there is something about timing that's really important here. Like maybe it wasn't the right time previously, but this now feels like the right time. Maybe you're trying to find the right way to say something. Yeah, himself. Himself. Okay. There's a lot of eroticism that's going through your reading today, Taurus, which is very interesting. And sensuality, because that's what this card represents as well in this deck. Natural law, life force, magic, and shamanic power. When himself appears... Okay, hold on. Okay, so he not only indicates that a great amount of energy is present in the reading, but he also strongly energizes the cards around him. Everything he touches becomes more of whatever it is, more alive, more vigorous, more powerful, more awesome, or more awful. This card in a reading can indicate great vitality, victory, or triumph, confidence, and power. There's leadership, an ability to command, steadfastness, and integrity, wild power held and channeled for the good of all by will. Himself speaks of protection, either of the querent or of someone the querent owes protection to, like a child or an elder. Acceptance of paternal responsibilities is important, as are deep and committed relationships. He is the preserver of natural world and its balances. Yeah, shamanic power may be indicated here, as well as a potential for powerful spiritual healing. This card may also speak of erotic energy, passion, and potent creativity. Yeah. So there is a very strong masculine energy that's coming through for you, Taurus. Maybe you are like, regardless of what your gender is, it's not related to gender necessarily, but it feels like your masculine energy is being activated in some way. Maybe there is a desire to protect someone or something. I do feel like there's some sort of action, though, that is coming through. It is coming through with a bit of eroticism. I'm not going to lie about that. Like, it feels very, like, powerful in that way. Like, maybe there's something of your creative energy that's being activated. Venus, but in a very masculine representation of Venus energy, which is interesting. Because it's not quite coming through as Mars, right? And of course, if we like, Venus is the equivalent of Aphrodite in the Greek gods, and Eros is the equivalent of Cupid, which is Aphrodite's son, right? So it is coming through like that. Like, Cupid or Eros, like, you have an arrow of love, Taurus, with the comic energy. I do feel like there's something that, like, it's like like, this energy feels heavy, but in, like, a way that is, like, almost feeling like drunk, or like, like that kind of, like, I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna pull more cards. Yeah. Fairy who was kissed by the pixies. This is the other. This is the other, Taurus. So again, feel free to flip this if this is not resonating with you. Like, it feels like, so, because it's like, this is the one saying to this, you don't know me. Like, this is, this feels like a love reading. The journeyman at the bottom of the deck, which is the Fool. I feel like you have your eye on someone, Taurus, and this person does not know that you do, but it's like they will soon. But it's like there's still hesitation there for some reason. There could be something about divine timing. This feels very strongly like going after something or someone that you want. Right person, right time, right moment, like all of these things sort of aligning in a synchronistic or divine timing kind of way. Okay, we're not doing the tea leaves today. I don't know what to tell you, Taurus. I feel like you should go for it. I feel like you should go for it, whatever this is. The Nightingale. Throat chakra again. There's something that you need to say or speak. This is a card about speaking from the heart. It's expressing desires as well. Again, more truth and clarity. I feel like there is, like, I feel like there's been some sort of blockage that has been removed. This may also be, Because this Nightingale card also talks to me about like hidden desires that are being made known. And I feel like there's also something about speaking in whatever way, communicating in whatever way. And I feel like the recipient of whatever this is, may be going through some sort of healing process, is just what's coming through with that. Like, I'm seeing like this person may have, like, I feel like, okay. I feel like this person may not hear you the first time, is how it's coming through. Like, it's kind of feeling like the other may be going through some sort of healing process where it's like they have a blockage somewhere, and it feels almost like heart chakra related blockage or something like that. And it's, they may not hear you, or because it could also be throat related, like throat chakra related. It does feel like throat and heart and solar plexus. Like this section here feels like there's a blockage somewhere there. And for them, it's like in like related to ears, like what they hear. So it's like, even if you were to say something, they may not hear you properly, like metaphorically, spiritually. They may not hear what it is that you're really trying to say. But I do think that they will, because it does feel kind of like they're going through a healing process, so that when the time comes, they will hear you properly, is how that's coming through. I don't know. There is something about, like, especially because we're in Mercury in retrograde right now in Leo, I feel like communication is going to be a highlight for you. You may want to watch the Sagittarius reading that I did a couple days ago. It really feels like you're focused on someone. Okay. The Crow. Interesting. Lots of birds, right? You have two air cards out. The Crow. Feeling kind of bashful in your energy today, Taurus. Okay, spiritually strong, creative, watchful. The crow has long been a symbol of magic. A crow personality is drawn to the supernatural and has a gift for seeing the unseen, knowing the unknown. It is said that the crow holds within its mind eye the three realities, past, present, and future. Crow energy is potent and should only be tapped into when the mind is clear. Those with crow tendencies must balance their lives with a healthy diet, joyful friends, and regular self-study. When in balance, psychic, strong, and clear. Yeah, I feel like that's you. Psychic, strong, and clear. I don't know. Maybe you have a gift of some sort. There's something here, like, whatever that means to you. Like, maybe you have some sort of psychic gift. But the crow also speaks to me about resourcefulness and intelligence and wisdom. And it's interesting that both the nightingale and the crow are standing on something, right? Like, it's like this into that. It's almost feeling like there's something about desire here. Like, the desire, the nightingale feels almost like the moon energy, like very, how do I describe this? Like the desire doesn't have a physical form. It's very amorphous. It feels very flowy and emotional, right? The desire. But then the crow here, like holding this pearl or whatever it is, like a magic pearl, feels like a very physical representation of that desire. That's what this is coming through with. So it's like, I feel like there's something going on for you, Taurus, where it's like you're like making something tangible or physical in some way, like especially with the senses, like something that you can feel and touch, like, and taste, I don't know, like making something tangible that expresses your desire in some way. It is feeling like it's very much connected to the senses. And that could just mean like hidden desires are now being expressed. But again, with this, like the crow and the diamond, right? I feel like this is like pressure is feeling kind of like it was a part of whatever this is. Like it feels like condensing in some way. I don't know how else to, like, how to describe it. It's like almost like feeling like like wringing out a sponge. I don't know. Like there's like that kind of energy coming through, like tension or pressure or that is making something more tangible is just how it's going through. Okay, I'm gonna pull another card for you, Taurus. The peacock, another bird and another air sign. You have like all of this is communication, right? Like look at all of the birds. And I feel like the peacock here, again, is not you. I don't think that's you. I feel like that's somebody that you have your eye on, or whatever this is for you. Like this, the fairy who was kissed by the pixies feels like this. And I feel like there's some, because this peacock card talks to me about, it does talk about being seen in some way, but it also talks about inner beauty. And sometimes I see sort of like these parts on the peacock's head as being like antenna, like listening. Again, listening. This person may be going, again, with the healing process or digesting. This person may be digesting some information that they're receiving. You have cosmic egg at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, okay. This person may be digesting something that they are receiving. And I feel like it is a healing process. Maybe they're digesting something that they're receiving from you. I keep seeing these videos on my Instagram reels about like reptiles specifically that have gotten like bits of like their former melts like stuck in their, I don't know, in their eyes or their ears, or like the orifices on their face, like that kind of thing. They get like little pieces of like their molted forms that get sort of stuck there, and then it causes an infection, and then like the vet has to go in and remove those stuck pieces. That's what I'm getting for the peacock energy. Like whoever the other is, they've got something stuck in their system that is preventing them from either seeing you clearly or hearing you clearly. Like, there's something about, like, they're not fully receiving the message that you are emitting, but that is what's being cleared for them. So the tower moment that I was feeling earlier might be their energy, where they're experiencing some sort of disruption, where the miscommunication is being removed. And I feel like that's allowing them to digest something or integrate something that perhaps they were not seeing before or understanding. Like, it is feeling coming through, like it's coming through like understanding, or like finally being able to hear or see something clearly when it comes to you, Taurus. Like, that's how it's feeling. Because maybe there is something like, okay, so it's tons of communication. You may have a very strong mental link with this person as well. Okay. What else does Taurus need to know? Son of Pentacles. Well, that's himself, isn't it? That's those look exactly the same to me, with the antlers. Pushing forward on something. This is also Virgo energy. So the Mars in Virgo transit right now may be helping you to move forward with something. The Son of Pentacles also comes in with this message of like slow and steady. But also I feel maybe there's something that you're pushing against, Taurus. Like, okay. Daughter of Cups. That's so... this card is so much sweetness. Like, I just get this feeling of sweetness. Ace of Swords. Okay. I feel like there is something here of like, there's a lot of like pure emotion that's coming through with this. Pure and innocent emotion with the Daughter of Cups. It's like a true expression of what you desire. That's what's coming through with this. I feel like you're finally expressing that. You have death. Well, that's coming out under the Crow. And what's coming through with this is that, like, once these words are spoken, they cannot be taken back. That might be part of the hesitation. It's like you can't unsay the words. You can't go back from whatever this is. Once these words are spoken, they're spoken, right? Like they become truth. That's what's coming through with this. Perhaps that's part of the hesitation, or why there's like, I feel like that's also coming through as a fear of rejection for some reason, because death, of course, is Scorpio energy. Fear, is coming through with that, like a fear of rejection. I also think that there's something here about not living with regret of doing something, like of not having done something that you're working through. I also feel that in not saying something, you have been depleting yourself of your own magic, is how that's coming through. Like, of not taking action when you want to is depleting yourself of your own magic. I think that also something about your desire here, Taurus, is maybe something that you've had to practice, is how that's coming through. Something that you have had to work on. Putting form or like words or structure into what you've been feeling is just how it's coming through. I feel like that's maybe something that you've had to work on. Why is the Death card here? The Chariot, yeah. Movement forward. This Chariot card also comes through with strength. Like a little bit of Leo energy, but also moving forward with integrity and being like, and that becomes your strength. Like, that's how it's feeling to me. I do feel like it's movement though, and victory. Again, with like, look at all of these cards that like are coming through with the himself energy today. Like facing something head on. Moving forward, all of this like strength and vitality that's coming through for you is really powerful energy. And what about the other in this case? And if there's no other person, right? It doesn't have to be a person. It could be like just some goal that you're working towards, Taurus. Two of Wands. You're aligning with it. You're in alignment with it. There are plans being made. Like, I feel like with this energy, it's like two things coming together, right? That's what this card talks about. Two things that are traveling along the same path and will meet. Okay, could I get one more card? Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups and Six of Swords. Moving forward and like abundant happiness is what this card comes through with. The Six of Swords, because there was, and you have Hierophant at the bottom of the deck, which of course is Taurus energy. Seven of Wands, Eight of Swords, Three of Swords. High Priestess, okay. The Hierophant, which of course is your energy. And the Key. What? The Six of Swords. I feel like okay, this is interesting. So not yesterday, a couple days ago, Sagittarius reading, there was the Seven of Swords that came out. And in that card, which is in this deck, there's the Six Swords sort of hanging on the shelf, and the fox is sitting on one sword. It's so maybe you're dealing with the Sagittarius. It doesn't have to be though. But with that energy that's coming through is like maybe you've had some sort of realization, Taurus, of what has been holding you back from something that you truly desire. That's what's coming through with this. And I feel like there is this understanding or realization that you don't want to hold back this anymore with the Ace of Swords, because it's been depleting your energy or depleting your magic, and it's like you're going after what you want with strength and determination, because it's like the right time, the right place, the right moment to do so. And I feel like maybe there have been reasons not to do something, like because it's kind of coming through with that energy of like either like making excuses, or that sounds harsh, or finding reasons not to do something, or that it's like it's not time yet, and maybe it wasn't time yet, I don't know. But it's kind of like none of that matters anymore is how it's coming through, because this is what you want. And I feel like there is this like, okay, we're like going down this path now. There's no turning back from this. Once it's said, like, because I feel like for you, it hasn't been said yet. It hasn't taken the form of words yet, or action, or whatever it is for you. It hasn't quite solidified yet into the physical, if that makes sense. It's almost like it's still in idea form, or it's still sort of in the planning stages, or it's still a little bit amorphous. Like it doesn't have a shape, it doesn't have form or structure yet, but it will. Okay, Taurus, I'm gonna leave it there. I feel like there is something happening though on the other end of whatever this is. They're also going through some sort of alignment, but theirs feels almost like a painful removal of something that's been impacting how they see or hear you. Like it's coming through as being like something has almost been like a barnacle, or like a blockage in some way that's been preventing them from like fully hearing or understanding you, and they're going through a removal of that energy. Okay. Once a Taurus decides on something, nothing can stop them. This is the energy that you're coming in with, Taurus. You've decided on something. That now is the right time for this. Yeah, peacock again. Okay. Worthy and pride. In the three-dimensional world, pride has been warped and weaponized into a state of weakness. Having pride has become synonymous with being boastful, arrogant, and self-satisfied, things many believe should make you feel shame, blame, and guilt. This distorted version of pride keeps you small, unable to see past yourself to something larger. It makes you believe you have something to prove. In truth, pride simply demands that you be who you are. There is nothing shameful about that. Fan your metaphorical tail out, show the world what you are here to bring, and then align to a state of receiving, giving, feeling supported, and activating that. Pride opens and clears the channel for more energy to flow through you because you are who you are, and because you've declared to the universe that you are willing to be this person in this vibration. Okay, Taurus. I'm going to leave it there. If this reading resonated with you, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.